Hello, lovelies. This is my update for Pan That Palette. Um, we'll say it's October. I don't know if I put one up for September. Not that things have changed too terribly much. I made a concentrated effort this month to use more of this palette than the 3 or 4 shades that I had been concentrating on, and you can kind of see it in the smudginess. So if I knew how to edit, I would have put up a whatever it looked like last month. So I'm sorry, you'll have to go back and look at that. But you can honestly see the dips here. You can honestly see the dips here. You can see the smudginess here and here. So really, this one and this one are the ones that you can't really tell that I've used. I probably haven't. Yeah, these 3 look pretty untouched. I know that I've used Polyester Bride here as an inner corner highlight. I can see the smudge, but you can't tell on camera. And I've been really enjoying this gold shade, and that's what I've got here. I've been really enjoying that gold shade the last couple of weeks. And that's really the one that I've been concentrating on. I use this, but I use so much of this at a time for me, because I have to keep dipping in order to get those glitters, and then I end up with glitter all over my face. I haven't done too many pink and purple ones lately, which is surprising because I love a good purple smoky eye. I discovered that this shade goes really well with one of my, oh goodness, what was it? Red. Sorry. When I do a red eye, I like to use this one for 2/3 of my eye and then use the red as a outer corner, and it looks stunning. So I was really excited to discover that. So really just been kind of playing with this a lot more this last 2 months, because I really want to actually put some work into this. And before that, I was using it maybe once a week. And so my goal was to use this every single day in one capacity or another, even if it was just taking a little tiny brush and sticking it in the black, which is unfortunate for my mini Pan That palette, because I have a straight black in that one. So my mini Pan That palette hasn't moved too terribly much. I have a good dip in both of them. I'm really trying to use this one up by the end of the year. If not, it will go into one of my Frankensteins. So regardless, at the end of the year, this will come out, and then I will just have the black that needs to be moved to one of my other palettes, if I can actually get it out of this thing. So I will start on a new mini Pan That palette next year, regardless of where I go here. I don't know what the Pantastic ladies are doing for their Pan That palette next year. I've heard rumblings, but I haven't been paying attention. I've been kind of out of touch with makeup in general in the last couple of months, because my stepkids were down for the summer. So I had a lot more child-centric activities and whatnot, so I didn't have time to film. I didn't have a place to film that was quiet. They stay up way later than I do, so I couldn't even film at night. And so it was really rather difficult for me to upload the last couple of months, so I did the best I could and uploaded what I could on the days that nobody was here. And then my phone is out of space, so I can only record so much before my phone yells at me and I can't record anything else. So I'm really happy with how I'm doing, even though there are no pans visible. I use I've said this every single month, I use the barest amount of product when I'm putting my makeup on. So it's slow going, but I'm making a concentrated effort to use this so that at the end of the year when I put it back in my collection, I'm not as upset with my progress as if I hadn't used it at all. My ColourPop Super Shock shadows in my 19 and 19 are kind of suffering for it. But there are sacrifices. So I'm not mad at where I am. It's slow going. I don't use makeup very heavily. This is all I wear. So my eyeshadow is all I wear, so I don't even have any highlighter on today, which is unfortunate. My babies. You can hear my babies. I'm sorry. So if I had made more of a concentrated effort to use Polyester Bride as a highlight or something, you would see that a little bit better, but I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not going out of my way to use eyeshadows in a way that is not how they're normally used. I probably could. I forget to wear highlighter all the time. I don't wear blush, so using eyeshadows in a way that they are not intended, I have to actually make a concentrated effort to do, and I usually am doing my makeup in the car on the way to work while my boyfriend is driving. Or I get to work early and I do it in the car before I go into work. So it's usually a rushed operation. So I'm not mad at where I am. I'm really, really not. This will go one way or another, so this will go out of my collection, and so I'll have one less mini pan that palette, and then I can choose another one for next year. I think next year I'm going to do less, because this year I went all out and went crazy with the panning projects, and several of my projects have kind of been hindered. My 19 and 19 got left behind. My Menage a Polish, I think I made an intro and never touched it again. Blast into Project Panning, I think I only did an intro. Just most of my auxiliary projects haven't. And then even my 2020 Vision project has kind of gotten the short end of the stick. So next year I think I'm going to do less. Thank you for dealing with my rambling, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.